So, Pontins, you remember, holiday camps, used to be a byword for affordable family fun, but the business appears to be in trouble.
Because it's closed 3 of its 6 remaining sites just in the last few months, most recently Southport in Merseyside, and this has sparked concerns over those remaining. Alison Freeman has been taking a look at the firm with a glorious past with an uncertain future.
Hello, campers. Hi-de-hi!
The yellow coats of Hi-de-hi were familiar on our screens for years in the 1980s, but the blue coats of Pontins entertained families for decades in post-war Britain. They were a key part of the inspiration for the sitcom set in a British holiday camp. Pontins' popularity revolved around family fun, activities for all ages, staying in self-catering chalets in holiday villages.
It was run as sort of a fun sort of place, and you'd encourage people just to get involved and enjoy themselves. We're doing all these activities, and we gain the real pleasure from those experiencing and giving people a really good week's holiday. And it was testament because the amount of people who came up and said, "Fantastic week, loved it, you guys were brilliant." And, it's those sorts of things that just stay with you.
It cemented its place in popular culture in the 1973 film Holiday on the Buses, which was shot and set at the Prestatyn Pontins camp.
Have a lovely holiday.
And it also spawned a series of entertainers who'd donned the famous blue coat before going on to become household names, like Shane Ritchie, Bradley Walsh and Lee Mack. The first Pontins was created in 1946 by founder Fred Pontin. The business went from strength to strength throughout the 50s, 60s and 70s, and at its peak there were 30 Pontins holiday parks. The business was first sold in 1978. After numerous subsequent sales, the competition of cheap foreign holidays became too much, and in 2011 it had to be bought out of receivership by Britannia Hotels. The reputation from its heyday replaced by one of run-down venues. By that time, there were only a handful of camps left. In November last year, a further 2 of the remaining 6 closed, Prestatyn in North Wales and Camber Sands in Sussex. Then this week, just days after a New Year's Eve party was held there, it was announced that Pontins' Southport doors would not be reopening after they'd closed due to flooding. In a statement, Pontins said it had made the announcement with great sadness, and it had come to the difficult decision to close its doors after assessing the future viability of the park. The company apologised for any inconvenience caused. The decision came as a shock to many, including business owner Amy Phillips, who was due to hold one of her company's family weekenders there in February. She believes the effects will be far-reaching.
Hearing that Southport Pontins is closing has not only affected businesses like mine that use places like Pontins for events, but it's also affected families, because Pontins is a bit of an institution, really. It's always been an alternative sort of budget holiday, if you like. And at a time where parents are really struggling, we're hearing this a lot this year across our events, times are tight for families. And without places like Pontins, there's potentially families that won't get a holiday this year.
Pontins was voted the worst holiday park provider in the UK in a Which survey last year. And with just 3 sites left, it's not clear how much longer this once well-loved name will survive. Alison Freeman, BBC News.
Well, if you want to know what it's really like to be inside a Pontins, if you've never been, we can talk to 2 people who used to work at the Southport Pontins. You saw in Alison's report. Michael Scotland and Annabelle Nicholson join us now. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
How long ago did you work there?
So it was 2016 we left, so we had 2013 to 16, so it's 4 seasons.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Loved it.
Best job I've ever had.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
It was like, neither of us went to university, so it was like the uni experience. I was 18, fresh out of college, my first job. You go and live on site, and it was a ball, wasn't it?
What were your jobs?
So we were a blue coat, so we worked in the entertainment department. So I was in the show team, so I was doing singing, and Michael was more of a, you were compare and presenting.
And then doing like lights and sounds as well. So,
So it's kind of great work experience, straight out of school, fun.
Yeah.
Opportunity for romance.
Yes, that's where we met 11 years ago, didn't we? And we're getting married this year, so...
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a bit about, for those people who've never been to Pontins, what was the thing about it that made it so successful? And indeed now, I don't know what you're hearing from people who are there now. What's going on with these places closing down? What are you hearing?
I think for us, buyers, I think people loved it because the entertainment as well, to be honest. I mean, I have to say that because it was me, but I think it was familiar for people. It was nice, cheap, cheerful. You got exactly what you wanted. But I think maybe over time it has just dipped ever so slightly, maybe.
Because some of the things you're talking about there, you'd think would be bang on for now. You know, people, budgets are tight. You know what you're getting. You're going to have fun. You would say in some ways that it's perfect when you've got a cost of living crisis going on. But something's not working, is it?
Yeah, I think when we were there, we were kind of there at such a good time, weren't we? And it was the peak, and it was just such a good, affordable holiday for families who might not necessarily be able to travel abroad. They might not be able to go to certain places, and they kind of come over to Pontins.
Slightly distracted there by the snakes thing.
Yeah, I know.
What was going on there?
We had...
That was just a welcome party, so we'd have certain things come in. So when the guests arrived, they had something to do while they were waiting to check in, and it would have been different animals, so there would have been loads there.
There was just always something going on when we were there.
So you thought it would be good to welcome people with snakes?
Yeah.
I mean, I like snakes, but...
No, I don't really like snakes, but, you know, you have to put
on
a smile.
We had Safari Sam and Sir Cyril, and he was the snake.
We did, yeah.
So, you know.
Obviously,
Safari,
the Croc
huh?
Safari Sam.
Who's the Croc crew?
He hates the Croc crew.
Yeah.
Captain Croc's the leader of the Croc crew.
Yeah.
There are a lot of very famous entertainers who came out of Pontins, aren't there? Have you got a list for us of people?
One of them was Lee Mack. If you look at the stage, if you looked up, it was still there where he painted his name in black.
Oh, really?
He hadn't painted over it, so you could still see it at the back of the stage in Southport.
Shane Ritchie as well.
Yeah,
and Bradley Walsh on a sound system as well.
Yeah.
Was it... I mean, I know you had a lot of fun. It sounds like you had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But was it tough as well? Because you have to... Entertaining people is not easy.
No, and you've got to be from kind of... If your shift starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, even if you're just walking around park, you have to have a smile on your face, you know, you are Pontins, so you have to keep a smile on your face, and then as soon as you finish at 11 o'clock, maybe at night, you've got to keep that up. So I think that's in the end why we decided to kind of hang up our blue coat, because as much as we loved it, it's a lifestyle, and we didn't see, you know, there's times when we weren't seeing our family, and we had one day off, and it might be a Monday, and nobody else is off on a Monday, everyone's off at a weekend, so that's why we kind of gave up and went into the 9 to 5 life.
When you finished, and I don't know what you do now, you just don't do that line of work anymore.
No.
But did you feel like you were kind of smiled out? I mean, smiling all the time like that, that's hard.
Well, for some people, it's hard, Charlie.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes naturally to some people. No. But I feel like I work in recruitment now, so I feel like it's transferable skills that you can keep a smile on your face, and the confidence and being able to speak to anyone and do, because I think, you know, if I can't do anything, I just think, oh, well, I've stood on stage and made a fool out of myself on a daily basis, so I can do anything now.
Or you can just sing.
Yeah.
Just start doing a routine.
Yeah,
which we do when we're cooking. When we're
Yeah.
cooking tea at night, that's what we do, really. That's what our household
relive the Pontins experience.
we just put music on, and it's just...
Yeah, we just dance,
Sounds perfect.
Not even lying.
Good luck with the wedding.
Oh, thank you
very much.
so much.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
you.
Lovely to meet you both.